Okay, we've got to do differentiation of sine x from first principles, and I'm given a couple of limits which I'm going to use. So I'm not going to need the small angle approximations this time. So differentiation from first principles, we always need to set this up. So f of x plus h minus f of x all over h, and then later on we're going to take the limit of that as h tends to 0. But let's just set it up for now. So the function I want to differentiate, the f is sine x, so I need to do sine, that's f of x plus h, and I need to take away sine of just x. And all of that divided by h. And this is an angle plus another angle, so I've got an a plus a b, and sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a sine b. So I'm going to get sine of x times cos of h plus cos of x times sine of h. Okay, and then I'm just doing minus sine x, and this is all over h. Okay, and I want to do the limit of this as h tends to 0. Okay, but I want to get these things to appear. So sine h over h, well, the only sine h I've got is here, but there is an h on the bottom, so I'm getting the urge to do cos of x sine of h all over h separately from, what have I got left? Well, I've got a sine x here times a cos h, and just a sine x not times anything here, well, times 1. So let's take out a factor of sine x, okay, and see what we get. So we have got sine x times, on the top we've got cos h minus 1, and on the bottom I've got h, and I want the limit of all of this as h tends to 0. So this expression, we need to take the limit of it as h tends to 0. Okay, well, this sine h over h tends to 1, and this term here, cos h minus 1 over h, I'm told the limit of that as h tends to 0 is 0. So this limit is cos x times the limit of this, which is 1, plus sine x times limit of this is 0. So of course that term disappears. So f dashed of x, I ought to have said f dashed of x here. F dashed of x equals just cos x times 1, which is cos x. Whoops. That's my answer. Kind of as required, because I knew what the answer was going to be, but that is my final result. So I double underline it and I am done.